NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
First carry for Derrick Henry. First down and much more for Henry. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a
touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. That's caught out wide by Cooks. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy, either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. They'll run it. It's Mack.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Watson just beating the play clock. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny McCall. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he finds Corey Davis. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
25 yards.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. Now the first carry for Darrington Evans. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Touchdown.
Darrington Evans, 34 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. Being chased out left. Dumps this one off to Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll line up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Conner. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. On the crossing route, complete. It's full. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Jackson hitting Fuller with a big one. 42 yards.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass.
They'll run here with Mack. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Derrick Henry all alone. 20, 10, touchdown Titans. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Watson. It's caught left side by Curtis. He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On the jet sweep, here comes Fuller. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll run here with Connor. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
He was brought down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing on third down, Watson, flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Madden. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Ball carrier.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. They'll come out in the pistol. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans draw a bit closer. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Titans take over first and... at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
McCoy. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44, Tannehill. And Josh Hill has it. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll run on first down. Henry. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 3, second down.
That was well coached and even better executed, because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
They set up the screen for Henry. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Off play action, Tannehill.
Trying for Humphreys, but it's intercepted.
Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 2nd and 12, Watson eluding the pressure right. Able to locate his running back open downfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Now a carry from Mack. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson. Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. Throw across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Now he's got a man, Corey Davis. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they want.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Watson off play action. Well, Watson throws another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Tannehill. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late, and that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll stay on the ground with counter again. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. On 3rd down, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Second down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Tannehill now to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. Back now here on EA Sports. Well, the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. Inside the 20 before it's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
On 1st and 10 is counter. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Watson. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Uses the stiff arm. He's going to have the first down past the 20. They're at 31 yards there and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He's got daylight past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll He'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now on 2nd and 13. Watson, he's letting it fly for Cooks. That's caught inside the 20. And this will get him all the way inside the Tennessee 20. A big-time play there for the Texans. 61 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Watson. Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Now I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Henry. Able to power through. Still on his feet. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Fielded at the 20. And he'll be out right at the 35.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
He's let it. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A huge play there for Houston. 55 yards.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, it's Watson. Forced out to his left. And now here's another interception. Picked up by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging What's really already been decided. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
It's a gain of
Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll have another 1st down and more. Derrick Henry all alone. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Titans 38, Texans 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?"
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. To try again after the sack. Watson eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Titans, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.